At what age do kids start to lie, and what cognitive abilities do they need to have in place in order to lie well?
Yeah, it actually emerges along with other sort of cognitive abilities that happen in the preschool years. So that's why we say it's a normal part of development, because it's part of these abilities, these positive cognitive abilities that develop in children, which are abilities like they understand that other people have other thought bubbles, I say, coming from their mind. So the idea is that we understand that, somebody else has different ideas, different thoughts, different beliefs, knowledge, and desires that are different from ours. So if you imagine in their thought bubble, they're kind of thinking their thoughts of what they think about the world and what they know about the world. But a young child doesn't understand that. They don't realize that what they know, someone else might not know, or vice versa. So they don't really yet start to understand that until about sort of the preschool years of about, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're starting to develop these abilities. And certainly by 5, that most children understand it. Once you start to understand that other people have sort of these mental thoughts, mental representations in their minds, these knowledge, beliefs that are different, that can be different, you can understand that someone else could have a false belief about what is true. So, if I go and put the juice in the fridge, and then later you move the juice and put it on the counter, I will still have a false belief that the juice is in the fridge. But a young child doesn't have that yet knowledge. They'll think that if they saw you move it, that I will have the knowledge that they have, which is the juice is on the counter. They don't have the idea that I could have a false belief in my mind. Once you start to understand that someone can have a false belief about reality, then you also can understand that you can start to manipulate that and potentially instill a false belief in others. And this is this ability to understand other people's sort of thought bubbles, as I call them, is a really important part of development, because we want children to be able to start understanding that other people have different thoughts and knowledge, and to be able to do perspective taking, which is sort of, this is building towards those sort of these building blocks of perspective taking. This is a very important part in our social development, be able to interact with each others. So this is a positive development. And this cognitive development happens in the preschool years, but it also means that children also start to tell lies, because they also understand that maybe, if I lie about doing my homework, mom might believe it and I get out of doing my homework. So this is sort of a product of this positive development.